doing. You know,
Him in the PM.
It's so funny.
if they don't, they're losers.
Here's what's so funny about it. When I was in the radio business, when I was playing Southern gospel music, and instead of playing the radio and doing too much talk, I had a lady named Bernice, and it was like was she from the St. Genevieve area?
Yeah.
Because I swear that lady called my radio station and requested some gospel music. I don't know, you know.
No, she could have.
But it's like, you guys, you know, hey, it's like, hey, I want, and there's one thing I want to add here. Ladies like Bernice, you know, awesome. What an impact she had on our lives.
Well, and you're right about one
touched
thing.
us.
Real young people not only ignore real old people, they laugh at real old people. When you're 20 and you see somebody 80 or 70, you don't have time. You don't want to give them the time of day, and you say things like, "Hurry up! You know, cross the street." Yeah, you don't get it. You just don't, and you will be one of those. But it's true.
I'm not laughing with you guys because it's amazing because this lady, she was like, you know, she was amazing. You know, she brought us laughter and she brought us joy and she brought us inspiration.
Yes, she did.
And Moon, my brother Moon, my cousin Moon will even tell you that.
My God, are you still talking?
Hey guys, can I tell you guys something funny?
Well, that would be a first. Yeah. You didn't know you knew anything funny.
But you remember me? You remember me? I had to do something very sad. I had to bury my son, my dog, in my backyard. The hardest thing I had to do. I had to go home to Carbondale a couple weeks ago. And you guys are all you young kids out there will think I'm goofy or something. But you ever love an animal, like, you know, Terry, and you'll relate to this. You love an animal, you know, and you have to put him to sleep. And
that's tough.
And it's tough. But I want to say something right now, young people. Today, you know, there's a guy who used to be the king of hardball. He's in the morning show with Sister Wendy. And he says, you know, carpe diem, seize the day. Young people, let's seize the day for the senior citizens. And Mr. President, and I got nothing against Mr. President because I like Mr. President. We're building up an arms race against Iraq.
My God, are you still talking?
No, let's build an arms race. Let's utilize our old senior citizens. I, as a teacher and as an educator in Illinois, and I hope you're listening, superintendents, because I'm coming to Missouri. Karen, I was over in your area the other day interviewing at school in Missouri. Okay. And if I could deal with the traffic, I think I could handle Missouri. Because then I could listen to 550 every day and reminisce.
My God, are you still talking?
Okay, Mr. Hill. Hey, Carol. This is how it kills Sell. Marcy Carbondale, when will that guy ever shut up? I don't know. Would not be prudent, George Bush. Look, he's talking about my boy. You're talking about my boy, Mark from Carbondale? Sorry, Mr. President. Sorry, Mr. Bush. Sorry.
My God, are you still talking?
Everybody's calling in, telling us to shut them up.
Okay. Real bad. Well, Karen, I met the princess of St. Charles County.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and she says that she knew you.
Okay.
But she really likes me a lot. But I got to be dissing myself. I got to focus on what I'm doing right now.
My God, are you
Mark,
Here's what I like,
Mark, we have a bank full of calls, and they're all saying to tell you to get off.
Okay. God bless you guys. You guys are awesome, and let's utilize Bernice, and let's utilize senior citizens. Go. Woo!
Thank you, Mark. Man. Whatever he eats for breakfast, I don't want any. Here's Kate. Hello, Kate.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Kate. I can't believe you're putting me on to follow that.
Yeah, we'll just forget that happened.
Okay, I can do that. I wanted to certainly express my condolences to Bernice's family, and I include all of us in that. But this is one of the few times in my life where somebody has passed, and I feel really good about the time that was spent when she was alive, just enjoying her and teasing her and playing with her. I mean, she's one of the few people that I think really got full benefit out of her life, and we had a chance to tell her how we felt about her before she passed.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you guys for giving us all that opportunity and reminding us to do it for our own folks.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you, Kate.
My pleasure, and I'm going to get off now.
Okay.
Bye.
No impressions? I know what you meant there. Here's Pat. Hello, Pat.
Hi, Frank. This I'm AM in the PM.
Oh, yeah.
Pat in St. Peter.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I'm sure sorry about Bernice, too, but I know that she had a wonderful life with Bob. as I had with Patrick, and I know that they were probably praying that she would go to the great reward that she's deserved, because I'm sure she was in a lot of pain, but she brought an awful lot of happiness to everybody, and we just loved her to death. So I just wanted to say my sympathy to the family, and God bless all of us, and let somebody else get on.
All right, thank you, Pat.
All right, bye-bye.
Another interesting thing about Bernice, I'm not about to say who, but to the best of my recollection, there was only one person that I ever heard say, "I can't stand to listen to Bernice. I don't like to hear her on there." And everybody else, it was, they would literally call the show and go, "Have you heard from Bernice? When are we going to hear from Bernice again?" And she's just, if you didn't hear it, then you wouldn't know. But most of you did, so you know what we're talking about. Here is Randy. Hello, Randy.
Hi, Frank. How you doing? I can't believe you let that guy talk that long.
Well, I can't believe either, but we're not the station that hangs up on people.
I understand that, too, yeah, but I think he went over the limits. What
Okay.
happened to her? Nobody ever really said, or can you say?
Oh, no, we said continuously for months she had cancer. We talked
Right.
about it. We talked about it a lot, and that it had gotten worse, and then she had various treatments that seemed to be working. They didn't work. Now, she had cancer that eventually just spread and just ate her up, and she was
Oh.
very miserable for the last 2 or 3 months for sure. So, no, it was cancer. It's the nasty cancer that we don't know how to get rid of.
I know you guys had the pledge for her, the drive.
Mm-hmm.
What was the total on that? I never heard that either.
Well, we just mentioned it. Terry just gave it $17,550.
I always probably listened. I was online and on hold when that guy was talking.
And it was
And Wynn mentioned it
a
a lot.
huge amount of money. That was all. It all came in 1 week. I mean,
Wow.
when you figure the mail 2-3 days, 10 days, which means in a week, everybody sent that
Yeah.
kind of money.
I'm sure that helped out immensely.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you,
I
Randy.
drive all. You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
I didn't mean to cut him off. Trying to decide when to play it, but we're going to play you. There are at least a half dozen phone conversations we had with Bernice that go at the top of the list of just entertaining, almost unbelievably truthful, plain-spoken telephone conversations, and we'll play one. Is this? We're not going to do it now, but is this the honeymoon one?
I haven't checked. I think it is, though.
She went into great detail about what a horrible honeymoon night she had.
And this was her first marriage that she was talking about.
And it was beyond belief. She got pretty explicit about the honeymoon night, and to hear it coming from somebody her age with that voice, it was funny. We'll play that later, and I don't know when, but maybe next hour we'll do it. So if you know anybody that you want to call. And we would give you a florist or something, but you know what? It's over. It's today. So there's really no way to know where to do that. So
Everything started this afternoon at 1. The wake is going to be from, she's having a closed casket. It's going to be from 1 to 4, and they're going to immediately go do the funeral at 4 o'clock and bury her. And that's it.
Yeah, that's the way she wanted it. Open line Monday, 314-969-KTRS. Toll free 1-888-550-KTRS. This would be Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hey guys, how you doing?
It's Bob.
Yeah, it's really nice to have you guys back.
Well, it sure is great to be back.
Even though those remote broadcasts are so entertaining. That Bernice, she had the most unique voice the first time she called. I could not believe that was a real person's voice.
And even when she was happy, she sounded mad.
I know.
Yeah. Just like a curmudgeon or something.
Right. Crabby, yeah.
Yeah, I could just picture her tombstone, having a little stone squirrel impaled on the top of it. I got a couple ideas for your show. 'Cause I know you're always trying to keep things new and interesting.
No, we don't.
Oh, sorry. I got confused with the Paul Harris show on at noon. Anyway, I was thinking that this open line Monday you have every couple months or something.
Every month.
I think you should have open line every day, but kind of pretend every day that you're making up some excuse to have an open line.
That is silly.
No.
Okay, what do
Why
I
would one know?
Plus,
Come on.
if we did open line every day, that would just be too much. It would get old.
Overkill.
Boring.
It's so do it. Well, the other idea is on your website to get pictures from some of your frequent callers, like Kate and this Mark guy, because I
And
really
you.
want to see what that character looks like.
And you.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll send you a picture, Karen. No
That'd-
problem.
that'd
Just
be
promise
fun.
to open
And
it.
she doesn't want one of those kinds of pictures.
Hey, and
Maybe
All
she does.
sorts.
if you do go to frankopinion.com, you can scroll down and it says Bernice, the Bernice page. You can click on that, and there's a picture of Bernice. Well,
Yeah, I've seen her. That's what gave
when
me
we
the
giving her
idea.
the check.
And she had a couple characters that call in. I'd love to see what they look like. I mean, it totally in a heterosexual sense.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Right.
All right, Bob.
Hey, you guys have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
314-969-KTRS, toll-free 1-888-550-KTRS. If you just joined us, Bernice passed away yesterday. We all knew it was coming. She was very ill. She's a lot better off. It's a quick burial and done today. She died yesterday afternoon. 24 hours later, she is in her resting place. Here's Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hi, Frank.
How are you?
I got to tell you that we're all better because of Bernice, because she did one thing in particular. She helped us to know a horse's hind end when we saw him.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah, Terry.
Anyway, I wanted to make a point,
But anyway,
Go ahead.
and I'm glad to hear your program.
Thank you.
AM and PM.
Thank you. All right. Well, I guess that was the point. Really helped your morale in Bosnia.
Absolutely. Hey, you guys come on over here on an MWR or USO tour. We'd love to have you.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Kevin.
Contact the folks at Scott. They can make it happen.
All right. Thank you for the call.
You
Take
know,
care.
Bye-bye.
Wouldn't that be fun to do a USO show?
But what would we do?
I don't know. If we just sit and do the show, just like you all broadcast from Jamaica, do it.
That was a bad show, too. Yeah. We go over there and
That
did
would
this
be
show,
neat.
they'd get up and leave.
That would be neat.
They come back home. Can I get shipped out now? Yeah. I don't know. We're not stage performers,
No,
but I
I
guess
know.
we could figure something
Yeah.
out. It is 6 minutes before 3 o'clock at the Big 550 KTRS. Arnold Stoven. We never gave her last name. And her request was no horses, hind ends, embalming her, put her right in, and be done with it. So that's what they're doing today down in, not St. Genevieve, but I think Perryville or something. We'll take your calls about that or anything else, because it's Open Line Monday. 314-969-KTRS, toll-free 1-888-550-KTRS. Tell me if this is good public relations here. We get at the house, we get this thing from Sears, and we don't use... We apparently had a Sears MasterCard that we didn't use. We just never used it. And it says, your account is about to expire, and we're going to close it and not renew it, basically is what this says, because of inactivity. And then it says, if you need to charge anything in our store in the future, please feel free to come by and apply for another card. Well, we didn't use the card we had before, and they're basically saying, hey, we're canceling and not renewing your card because you're not spending any money with us. Is that good public? I mean, really? I mean, what difference does it make? If you have the card and then something came up and you, oh, my goodness, we need a dishwasher or whatever. Well, now we don't have the thing anymore. That doesn't sound like a good way to do it to me.
And they're not the only ones that do that.
Seems to me that they would say, you know, hey, your card's coming up for renewal. If you want to renew it, please let us know. If you're going to continue not to use the card, we'd be happy to cancel. I mean, something like that.
Right.
Rather than, we're closing your account
Kind of a
out.
do-or-die
Yeah,
thing.
due to inactivity. It's almost like they're saying, well, you didn't spend any money with us, so we'll show you. We're going to cancel your card. I don't know. It just seems like maybe there's a better way to do that. Lynn is, first of all, phone number is 314-969-KTRS, toll-free 1-888-550-KTRS. Hello, Lynn. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I am in the PM.
Thank you.
Hey, my condolences to Bernice's family. She called in more than I did.
That's
You know
hard
what we
to
ought to
do.
do? All the 550 listeners, every time you pass through, every time you pass up and down Highway 55, just for Bernice, we ought to give like a quick,